Okay, pirates, tell me you're still here with me. Tell me you didn't go out and book a plane ticket and now your boots on the ground wandering around in Virginia somewhere looking for the X. As I mentioned here before, you got to stay with me. Just pump the brakes a little bit. It's hard not to have patience. Try not to jump too far ahead. But today's episode, I think we'll go ahead and I'm going to show you kind of where I felt like it was pretty strong with the new map flip information, and we'll start from there and kind of head north. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Okay, so as mentioned, just kind of backtracking a little back to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park area. That's where I picked back up on just kind of exploring the icons and following the trail again. So first point of interest here, you'll see kind of towards the bottom right-hand corner here, we have Mount Kuwahi, um, basically the tallest mountain or peak in Tennessee. So as I've gone through each state here, I do search the tallest peak and kind of go through that, make sure if it's any relation to the high point listed on the map. So nothing really going on with Kuwahi. It was kind of a cool destination as far as like a landmark with this big kind of circular platform that you can walk up to stand on the tallest peak. So might be something nice to visit one day. But nothing related to the map. I couldn't link anything there. Okay, so heading northbound from Kuwahi, the next step on the map that I really liked was the Swinging Bridge Quiet Walkway Trailhead. So this was kind of neat because I haven't really tied in much text in the chapter to the map so far, but this one with the word quiet in there um, definitely ties into the text part where he mentions quiet joy, also a mention of soft pressed path. So heading northbound from there, I think the next stop on the map here I wanted to point out was going to be Asheville, North Carolina. So we'll head over here kind of to the northeast. Asheville, as you know, where John grew up. So definitely a high point of interest for a lot of people. I did pretty extensive research into Asheville. Just seems too obvious. Didn't find anything that tied in or related to it. So I don't believe John had anything to do with Asheville as far as the map goes. Now, just to the north of that is the next highest point. So Mount Mitchell, right here on your top right, is the highest point in North Carolina. So as always, definitely highly research this area. It also has kind of a fun platform there that you go up to the top on. But again, didn't yield any results for me. But what did poke out at me here was as I was, just reviewing some icons, I did see that there was a corner rock here, right here. So this is Corner Rock, North Carolina. This is my best solve for the rock formation next to the Standing Bear. So if you look at the rocks, if you kind of lay your book out flat and look at it, they almost start taking on a 3D view where it does look like they're kind of pinned up into a corner there. So I kind of like that corner rock. Maybe a level 1 solve, maybe barely 2, but either way, definitely a point of interest. So I marked it on the map here. Heading back over to the trail, I got the Cherokee National Forest here. So that is definitely a point of interest. This got me going on the top icon there of what people were calling the mountain lion, but I call the old lady. So interesting thing, when you look real closely on this one, look at this old lady here, and you can really see that she's basically painting a rock in front of her. So this is where you want to get out those magnifying glasses with the bright light and really zoom in on that little boulder in front of her. I'm going to post some pictures here, but you'll see painted a dog, basically some type of animal on a rock. Could be a dog, coyote, wolf, fox, who knows, but definitely painting on that. So after searching many different ways of that, paint rock was the best solve for that one for me. So, and it puts something on the west side of the trail, which is nice. We haven't really had any solves on that side of the trail too much, so that's good. All right, so moving on north from there, we start getting into the Bald Mountain section. So, uh, really cool section of the Appalachian Trail. Bald Mountains are basically mountains with no big trees or anything on top of them. They're mostly grassy knolls on top, which is kind of unique. Um, amongst there's many bald mountains that run through here, but amongst them, I did find the highest point, which was Big Bald here. So super interested in Big Bald. Obviously, it ties into the kind of the ball-headed guy there at the bottom left-hand corner, which is me. So that was interesting. As I'm researching Big Bald, I find this little community here called Wolf Laurel Community. So there's all kinds of resorts and houses in here, off of just off of Big Bald here. I found a little place called Bald Mountain House in Wolf Laurel Resort. So cute little, bed and breakfast area basically. So it had different little themed rooms, little cottage rooms. So did some extensive research on their website, looking at the rooms, looking for any clues, even in the pictures in the room. Pictures hanging on the wall, went pretty in depth there. Something I found interesting though when I was looking through that was this area here of Wolf Laurel has its own kind of private trailhead to Big Bald, which is one of the perks or pluses of staying in this area here. So I went on, looking for pretty extensively for this trail, the trailhead, and I couldn't find anything on either Google Earth here or the conservatory website. So I decided to do another search in my maps on my phone, which I do from time to time when I'm not coming up with anything or I'm looking for like compound words in the area, things like that. So I did a quick search in my maps on my phone and boom, there it is. Bald Head Trailhead. So beautiful tie-in. You got Big Bald, you got Bald Head Trailhead. Great tie-in to that icon. Really like that one. I would probably count that as a level 2 there. So super excited about that. Okay, so that pretty much should about wrap up this episode. Definitely some good solves here, some good tie-ins with the icons. Got some text in this one this time. Jump in the comments there. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. I know some people say, oh, Paint Rock is too far away from the trail, things like that. I try to really not put any kind of bias on distance. I mean, the overall trail is 2,200 miles long. So anything within 100, or even 50 miles of the trail, I'm pretty good with this, at least exploring and considering. So I'm not going to put too much bias on distance here. But yeah, let me know. Jump in the comments there. Next episode, we're going to start getting up here into the boot heels and trying to figure that part of the trail out. So join me and Taco back here next week as we close in on the end of the trail. Okay, guys, some good solves today. Definitely making progress. Of course, as always, leave in the comments there anything you like, don't like. In the meantime, got to get outside. Go out, get some fresh air, run, walk, do whatever you got to do. Your best solves will never come behind here, behind this desk. So till next week, meet us back here. I think we should be able to hit the final destination on this next episode. Looking forward to it. See y'all next time.